雨隠れの里はいつも雨が降っている。暗い場所だ。湿り場所だ。童話だけではない。ナルト種だけではない。この里は確かにノルウェー王国の中ではある。それはベルゲンだ。
I eat callaloo, ackee, sweet potato, yam, banana, and tomato, cabbage, spinach, avocado, chocho, buttered bean and cocoa, courgette, millet, plantain, rice and peas and pumpkin, mango, dates and guava, chickpeas and cassava.
The rainy kingdom of Bergen. They were going to have a vegan festival, so I packed my bag and I ate at Burger King for the first time in forever, and I jumped on the train on the way to Bergen. It takes forever. Now Bergen is actually full of rain. I'm not kidding. It rains like 80% of the time. Now Bergen may not have as many vegans as Oslo, but I actually do think that vegan per capita has more vegans than Oslo, even with a good margin. A few things that I haven't counted for. Firstly, I forgot my coat. No problem. I'm in the western part of Norway where there is warm weather, so that doesn't matter. Anyways, another thing is that you see that the camera is a little bit bouncy. Yeah, I forgot to charge my gimbal. Well, I actually got a tunnel for buses. I want to ask, how do you pronounce the name of the city?
Bergen.
Yeah, they're crazy. The first time the vegan festival in Bergen is going to be held, there was a lot of people. Incredible. They haven't accounted for it. I think there was like 1,800 or so. Well, they had just a few courses in like food making. They had a lot of stands, but I think that they could have like expanded on a lot more. This lady you see here is very famous in Norway for making different type of vegan food. This is a stall of tacos. There are some shops selling other things. There were cooking books. People were queuing up for a lot of food. And when I say a lot of food, I mean like, yeah, there were a lot of food. But this just points to what I've said so many times. Bergen got vegan activists. This is why I believe that Bergen is the vegan capital of Norway. Just within 1.5 hours, there has been so many people in and out. I think we're at like 800 or something like that. And this is the first time this festival is being held. Amazing. Well, I forgot to eat, so I actually was growing hungry. So I had some food, and I had even more food, and at the end I ate quite a lot. And then I watched Seb's speech.
Alright, can everyone hear me well? Yes, perfect. So, I want to start the presentation by first introducing myself and talking a bit about where I come from, and then slowly we're gonna change the subject into animal rights activism. So my name is Seb. I was born in Lebanon. I also want you to all know that you can raise your hand at any moment if you have any question. Nowadays they're trying this new thing where they say, oh, it's humanely slaughtered. And when you look into it, the industry standard for humane slaughter is basically bring pigs that are anywhere from 3 to 6 months old, and then they get them into specific kind of big cages, and they lower them into gas chambers. And that's where they pump the gas chamber with CO2. And basically, I've been outside the slaughterhouse, and you can hear them screaming from the inside. And I was talking to the worker, and he said it's very similar to, he said, imagine you're breathing, and water is going in, and how you suffocate is what happens to the pigs. So at one point, they just pass out, and when they get passed out, they hang them upside down and slit their throat. And because they're not conscious, they call it humane slaughter.
Okay, I've been doing activism for longer than I've seen been usual in Norway, but I've been importing activists from Germany, because when I've been advertising for activists online, I've had one Norwegian so far joining. So what am I doing wrong here?
Well, I wouldn't say you're doing anything wrong, because you're trying to help to start with, so that's something good. Maybe I think that's one of the reasons why having big networks of activists collaborating together is very important. So obviously you know that there's Norwegian activists in Norway.
And now I know, but it wasn't back then.
Yeah. Do you live in Bergen? Or you
no, I live in the Hedmark region.
All right. Is anybody from that region? Ish.
Not really, but we're going there soon to start up stuff. So then we can talk.
Okay, then we can talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe sometimes what we do is we look for other activists, but you don't have to look for activists. You can look into making activists. So you can talk to someone into doing activism with you. And even if they're not vegan, actually to vigils, we always say, bring your non-vegan friends. Because honestly speaking, vegans are not supposed to be bearing witness to animals we didn't pay to die. It's the non-vegans that should be doing that. But because they don't do that, we're like, all right, because you're not doing that, I'm going to go film it and show it, like put it in your face so you're aware of what you're doing. So when we go to vigils, actually in Barcelona, one day we were doing street activism. We ran into a Portuguese tourist. He tried on the 3D goggles. And then after the activism, we told him, well, we're going to a vigil. Do you want to come with us? And he came with us. And then we left the vigil and we were in the train and he said, this is really weird. Like, I just went on a walk and now I'm a vegan activist. So don't, if you can't find vegan well, first check into other groups, contact NGOs or just any other organization that is doing anything for the animals and ask them for contacts if they know anything. And obviously now you have the chance to talk with Martin and see if you can plan something. And if that doesn't work out, then unfortunately you have the responsibility of making other activists yourself. So do that, I think. That's
Thank you for the answer.
You're welcome.
The police arrived. Usual procedure. Don't really know why they bother. Now, here it comes. What he has to say? Not sure. Now we had to borrow some wares, so we walked up these stairs. But the thing is with old buildings in Bergen is that they tend to be a little taller than usual. Yeah, so steep stairs. Oh no! Somebody waiting for us down there. We spent a long time. Like the person that I'm going to borrow the wares from. He not only is he from Løten.
Oh really?
But he's also from the Bergen region that I live in. But not only that, but even the same street.
Oh cool.
Yeah. What's the odds?
1 to 5 million?
Yeah, something like that.
Because we are 5 million people.
Yeah, true. World Saving Hussle to actually pick up rubbish. That is like, it's not only like animal rights aspect, but it's a lot lot of environmental stuff that is not directly has anything to do with animal save actions, but everything is veganism basically. So oh, everything is karate. Now we're looking for posters from like farmers and farmers marketed, and I'm just kidding. Excuse me, do you know you're wearing fur, right? No, you know that this is real fur. No, excuse me, ma'am. This is common, I just don't want to talk about it. For how long have we been picking now?
5 minutes.
How much is this?
How
much?
Oh, a bag.
Yeah. He has also been picking for like 5 minutes and loads. We've picked up a lot of rubbish here, but the bin is right over here. Are people mentally retarded or something? Vegans, get to the places normal people doesn't go. Vegans. Here he is, like a real-life toothbrush, gets into the small spaces. So picking up cigarettes is not the easiest job ever.
Yeah, very easy.
Very easy, yeah, it just gets between every single brick.
Yeah, and yeah, you have a job like all the time. There's so many everywhere.
This is journalism on its fullness. We saw this ship and they asked if it was a fishing boat. Then I saw this lit. Then I saw the stern there for an harpoon. Then I saw the tower. This is a prior whaling vessel. Not sure if I'm going for a speech or meeting or whatever. No, I'll just see. So exactly who are you?
So I'm Amalia and I have this project which I call Zero Waste Van, and my idea was to take like a building van and build it to like a more sustainable van that you can live in, and the car runs on used veggie oil, or it can run on used veggie oil or on diesel.
So how does that look like?
I can show you.
Yeah.
So here is the tank. This is the veggie tank, and I just go to like the fast food shops and ask for used veggie oil, and then I filter the oil and put it in the tank. And I got like a pump there that drags the veggie oil to the front of the motor, and yeah, I can show you more in the front. So here is the system. I'm not so technical, so not good at explaining, but at least here the veggie oils come from the back of the tank, and then it's just like switches that does that it can like go on veggie oil and on diesel. And here is like the system that's heating up the oil before it goes to the motor. So it uses like the cooling fluids to heat up the oil before it goes into the motor. Yeah. Okay. And then, so when it gets really cold, the veg oil will start to like freeze. So what you can do then is some have like heating systems inside of their tank, but I don't have it, so I just have to do this project fast.
First, vegan activism. Secondly, a speech about waste, basically. And now we just figured, oh, there is a human rights march. Oh. There is only one question I ask, and only I. The torches, do they use real candle wax? If they do that, it's basically not vegan. Can somebody answer this question? Torches in western part of Norway is not the best idea because it blows all the time. There is smoke all over the place. Followed by yet another truth. Yesterday we had a cube of truth. Earlier this evening we had a circle of truth. Now we will have a line of truth. I like the pun. It's amazing. Yeah. If somebody in Bergen wants to meet up, it's by the blue stone for some reason. Like, people know about the blue stone. This is the one. It's not 100% blue. Well, close up it looks quite blue though. Yeah, but this is like the biggest sensation in Bergen by far. Fløyen comes at second. Due to global warming, this has increased a lot. As you can clearly see, it's on the way to be flooded because the water level are increasing, and this will increase by 1 meter very soon, and then this will be flooded. This castle was built in the 1200-ish. I don't know, it was built in the 1200. They're trying to fix it now, so it's not the best view at the moment. I don't know the overall story behind it, but yeah, it looks cool. Some of the houses in Bergen has come out of the closet because they aren't really straight. Now we're on the top of the famous Fløyen. Yeah, the next most known thing in Bergen. Oh, here you are. Yeah, you know, I've seen you on the internet so many times. Now finally we get to meet in person. Oh, you don't say anything. Oh, it's only on the internet. The troll is definitely not brave enough to assault me in real life. Now this place, I've been here once before. They got vegan pie. Pretty interesting. I found the place with some hazard, but all of a sudden I'm like, is there nothing left? I asked him and like, no, the last person that came in took the last vegan pie.
You see, the other day I got really sick. Got a cold, so I felt like returning early. But consider me lucky. There was a book that I wanted to get for some time. Like a lot of you who have been watching me know that I like to read religion.
and two missionaries that I talked to, they gave me a book, and I'm like, finally, I'm able to, like, I finally got the Book of Mormon. Will be interesting to read though.